Hey everybody, it's just Beast. Welcome back to my channel. Well, today I was really thinking about what to be able to vlog today. And while I'm on my big old charter bus today, I'm doing about 300 miles. Probably going to take about 8 hours. And, well, I did the same route yesterday. And I was really thinking about what kind of article I could be, what I could be able to talk about. What's important to me, what's you know, what bugs me. And, well, a lot of you guys are starting to follow me on my journey, and I really appreciate it. Only if I can get a few more of you guys to hit that sub bell and hit that notification bell, you guys are going to catch a lot better content as we go. As I grow into a better vlogger. I'm not an influencer until you get up to about 500,000, so I'm a long way from that. So, today I was thinking a lot about my past jobs. You know, I was fired from one job and I ended up with another job right after that. And I've noticed that some of these jobs that are incredibly toxic have massive amounts of surveillance. I mean, they have surveillance in every single vehicle. They got surveillance in the parking lot. They got surveillance everywhere except for the bathroom. But you'd never know if they put surveillance in the bathroom, because they will make sure it's hidden until they're caught. And once they're caught, then they're in deep doo-doo. So, Big Brother is watching. But the problem with Big Brother watching and having so many cameras and microphones everywhere is they never get the big picture. Like in my last job that I had, the one that I was working for 17 years, we'd have a few customers that come on and they'd like to play games. They would play games with the driver, like ding the bell, and they don't go nowhere. You stop and you look like a scared monkey trying to figure out who rang the bell. Then you proceed and you keep on going until the day that you catch them. And they said, okay, well, we're going to watch and see what this guy's going to do, and then, well, we'll just pass the stop. We know what stop this guy gets off at all the time. So that's exactly what I did. I had one guy that was playing games. He played games like that for, oh God, between 4 and 5 months. And I talked with some managers about it. I talked with some road supervisors about it. And I kind of let it blow over for a little while. The guy always got on. He never paid any bus fare. And a lot of times that didn't bother me. You know, there was one day that I said, you know, I'm just going to mention to him about bus fare and how easy it is for him to be able to get his fare. And so he got on, he got his bus fare, and then he got on and he played his ding ding game. And he rang the bell, and I passed, and I went over to a stop, and I stopped. Well, because of what had happened, because I was telling him about how he could get his bus fare, so they thought I was demanding fare, but he was riding the bus anyways. And because I bypassed our stop and went to the next stop, which was his normal stop, he called and said, well, he was late to go and visit his mom with cancer. So now, who do they believe? They believe the cameras. I even had the dates written down that this guy had played the ding ding game. That's what some of us call it on the buses, is the ding ding game. Well, he played the ding ding game and he won. I bypassed the stop, he made a false complaint, and then boom, I ended up suspended for about 3 days off of that. All because of a camera. And then there was another one that somebody was dressed all in black. And because they didn't have any microphones on the outside, the guy was saying, what are you bleeping blind? And I said, no, what colors of the clothes you're wearing? I can't remember the exact phrase, but I said, what are the color of your clothes right now? I was trying to make a point and educate him to say, hey, he needs to wear something brighter so I can be able to see him at night. And I think it was raining outside, and most of the time when it's raining, the roads are darker and it's harder to see people outside. Cameras, well, on the camera it showed his silhouette just fine. Well, cameras are designed to do that. Especially these cameras, because these cameras also have partial night vision on them. They don't have human vision. It picked up half the conversation, and the complaint was made by somebody else on the bus that I was trying to hand him a strobe or a flashlight just so we'd be able to see him. And that guy got offended that he was the one that called in. And I got suspended for 1 day off of that. So this is the whole ongoing thing about microphones and cameras. And it's happening everywhere. It's happening in multiple workplaces. All they have to do is replay the camera, and they get to determine what that outcome is. And why? Why does Big Brother have to watch you do everything from picking your nose to having a side conversation with somebody? Or, I mean, I've had a friend of mine that said he got fired from a job because he laughed at somebody's dirty joke that they gave him. And the manager was offended that the guy that was the cashier laughed at the joke that the guy told him, instead of not doing anything. But on the same sense, I thought that was a total loss anyways, because it could have gone either way. If you didn't have any reaction and the customer was offended because you didn't react, the manager would have leaned towards the customer and not even backed up the employee. So this is why a lot of these partial videos that people are pointing their cameras up and only catching the end and the ending of what's going on, well, guess what? It's always a loss. Now, in my case with the cameras, you can tell by my voice that I have kind of a gruff voice. So if my volume goes up while I'm driving the bus, well, it sounds more, what you want to call it, disciplined, mean, I don't know. So therefore, if there's a taller person with a deeper voice or a raspy voice, they're actually put into a permanent loss position because of that microphone. And I don't think it's really fair if we're going to have all this surveillance. Most employees in most workplaces now have more surveillance on them than an inmate does in a federal penitentiary. It's true. We have more surveillance on us than an inmate does in a federal penitentiary. Yeah, they can listen to the voice and everything else, but geez, it's saddening. It hurts, and it's kind of telling us why there is such a huge shortage in the workplace. I mean, everybody's screaming for employees. Managers and owners and businesses are saying, "Where's all the workers? Where's all the people? We want them to come back to work." We haven't seen anybody come back to work since the big issue and since the 2020 event. Why is that? Why can't we get people? Why can't we get employees? Well, I think the biggest thing is during that event, everybody stayed home. Everybody stayed away from the toxicity. Everybody stayed away from the program. And I would say the program is cameras and microphones. And because they stayed away from the program, they actually realized that the workplace was so stressful, and what they were actually doing in life was the right thing, instead of the way they like to live their lives. So that when it all ended, half of them took the time and re-educated themselves, learned a new hobby, learned a new craft, and be able to start a small side business. And now they don't have to have that second job. They don't have to have that third job. We still have remote learning, so, half the college students don't feel it. We don't have a huge fashion sense, so high school kids don't feel like having jobs. And mainly because surveillance is so much around there. You know, I'd have a little anxiety. I'd be a little annoyed over it as well. So, just to sum this whole thing up, what can be done? How can we fix this surveillance stuff? I mean, the unions have no power. It's like cameras and microphones is the creator that's the one that can say you did wrong because we saw it. We don't care what happened before this. So, just my thoughts today about surveillance. What do you guys think? Let me know that in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about all these cameras and microphones at the workplace. We don't tend to get any privacy or even just be yourself. I mean, we don't see cashiers in supermarkets anymore. We got to do it ourselves, so less communication with humans, huh? Just drop me a comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell wherever it is, and I'll see you next time. Keep on rocking. Oh, share with your family and friends.